Hey everybody, this is Jerry from Sharp Auto Detail. In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of how to apply a ceramic coating on a car. I will speed up and edit clips what I deem necessary so that the video doesn't last for 30 minutes and bore you guys to death. In any case, I always start cleaning the wheel first. The wheel is almost certainly the dirtiest part of the car. You don't want to wash the paint and then go back to the wheel and end up splashing dirty stuff back onto the paint. So start with the wheel, it'll save you a lot of time. I start with the tires, then move down to the inner barrel part of the rims, then the surface of the rims, and end it with the lug nuts. As you can see, there's a few minor details being worked on here, and that's what our customers come to us for, to take care of these issues, because they either don't have the time to do so, or the experience, or even the tools. And for many of our customers, they do sweat the small stuff, and that's what we're here to help them with. Alright, enough with the rambling. Now that I'm done cleaning the wheels, the final step is to wax it. And the best wax for this kind of intricate areas is to have an SiO2 spray. You spray on, you rinse off, and that's it. Once the wheel is done, we're moving on to the car itself. Now for us, we like to do what's called a pre-wash. Basically dousing down the car with a foam cannon. Let the foam sit, soften up the dirt, then rinse it off. That way the dirt on the car doesn't have a chance to create swirls as we do our physical wash. Let the foam sit for a minute or two, then rinse it off. This method, you can avoid future headaches where customer might come back and say, hey, you washed my car and now I got a bunch of swirls. This extra steps alone can reduce the possibilities significantly. Plus, it's a good habit even on your own car. Once the pre-wash is rinsed off, now re-douse the car with a foam cannon to create a slippery surface. Now you're ready for physical wash. Okay, the hand washing part is fairly straightforward and simple. You start from the top and you work your way down the bottom. The top is always cleaner than the bottom, and do not double dip. You do not want to bring dirt from the bottom back to the top. And the second thing is, do not press. The moment you press hard, you will create microscopic scratches and swirls. As you can see in this clip, that there is quite a bit of detailed work that goes into preparing this car for a ceramic coating, or any of our signature wash for that matter. From emblems to grills to small crack and crevices, we do pay very close attention to all of those things. Once hand wash is complete, the next step is chemical decontamination and then physical decontamination. In this step, we're using Iron X as a chemical decontamination to remove all ferrous metal. Removing ferrous metal is super important. I cannot stress that enough. Ferrous metal, once bonded to your paint, it will corrode and rust your paint prematurely. Furthermore, waxes, sealant, or even your ceramic coating bonds the best to a clean virgin surface. Spray the Iron X on, wait a few minutes, and you can see the chemical reactions happening right here. After 4 to 5 minutes, simply rinse it off thoroughly. Keep in mind, do not let it dry in the sun. Do this in the shade. Once that's done, the next and final step is a physical decontamination, and that's through a clay bar. And the clay bar will remove any leftover that the Iron X could not take out. And that can be brake dust, oil, smoke, anything that bonded to your paint over a period of time. She's done. Let's move her inside and start the real fun. No pun intended. Before we start polishing, we will tape up all rubber moldings that's on the car. Proper preparation will reduce cleanup time toward the end. Alright, let's get to the main event and do some paint corrections. I'm starting out correcting the front bumper because the bumper has a lot of small curves that usually take more energy, effort, as well as variety of pad size to properly correct the paint. And since we all have the most energy at the beginning, I want to take advantage of that and get the front bumper done first, and the rest of the car will be a breeze to get through. Here I just want to demonstrate how to use a polisher and the speed at which the machine is being moved. Correction speed is typically 1 inch per second, moving the machine side to side and up and down. I'll leave the video at normal speed at first, so you'll see how fast I'm moving, but I'll speed that up a tad to shorten the video. In terms of downward pressure, there's no need to bear down on the machine. You get the best results by having some patience, moving the machine at correction speed with downforce comparable to that of a firm handshake. And this is the results after the initial compounding phase. You can see a clear difference here, but we're not done yet. Compounding will always leave a little bit of a haze, but the next step, which is a polishing phase, will refine any haze or micro scratches that was created from the compounding phase from earlier. I like to prime my pad first, whether it's compounding or polishing. I want to make sure the pad is primed to take full advantage of the abrasive within these chemicals. Once primed, all you need is 3 to 4 pea-sized drop for subsequent passes. Similar to the compounding phase, I approach the polishing phase the exact same way in terms of speed and downforce pressure. 1 inch per second and downforce comparable to a firm handshake. You can see here that I'm only using 2 fingers as I guide the polisher. I do apologize if this isn't as detailed as you like. Perhaps I'll do a how-to video sometime in the near future on how to do a multi-step paint correction. But I do want to make you guys aware that paint correction isn't always as glamorous as how they portrayed it on YouTube. Some blemishes will take 2 passes to clear, some will take 6 or more to clear. It all depends on how deep and extensive the condition of the paint, as well as the hardness of the clear coat. With that being said, ceramic coating a brand new car is always a lot cheaper than ceramic coating an older one. I always tell my clients, if they want a cheap coating, drive your brand new car straight to a detailer and get it coated. And most importantly, don't let dealership wash your car. They will almost always screw it up. I do have a back story on that on a later video. But in any case, after polishing, use a 20% mix alcohol with distilled water to clean off any oil left from the polish so you can see the true condition of the paint. Here's a clip of the before and after paint correction. You want to bring the paint as close to perfection as possible before coating, because once the coating comes on, any remaining blemishes will be sealed until the coating wears off or corrected. Quick before and after clip of the B pillar. Hang in there, guys, we're almost there. Here's the fun part. I'm using McKee's paint coating on this BMW. Very user-friendly, lasts 2+ years, super hydrophobic. You'll see later on when I do a water test, but the application process is a tad different than, let's say, a wax or a sealant. But create a perimeter of the coating, then do a crisscross maneuver to evenly spread out the coating, side to side, then up and down. Then, depending on temperature, you want to immediately wipe it off, making sure there is no high spots. High spots are not easily seen, so once you're done wiping off the excess, use a diffuse light source to go over the area again and wipe off any high spots immediately. Because once cured, and this can happen very quickly, the only way to get it off is to polish it. Super painful. And here we go. After some long hours of washing, decontaminating, polishing, coating, this is what we have. Ceramic coating a car requires some skills as well as patience. It's not something you can do overnight unless you have a crew of 3 or 4 guys working on it, but the results are well worth it. And the final part, what we've all been waiting for, the water test. Here's the before. And of course, the after. Okay guys, I want to say thank you for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, go ahead and comment down below. And I'll do my best to respond to everyone. Other than that, this is Jerry from Sharp Auto Detail. I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.